Hi, this is Jeannie from Trinity Tree, and today I'm going to give you another tutorial on making a face mask out of paper towels. Now, I've got some tutorials out there on face mask. I started out making a face mask with elastic out of cloth. Of course, we can't get any elastic in our town anymore, so then I made them out of shoestrings, just black or white shoestrings, and they're about to run out. And then I made one just using cloth strings. So there's tutorials for that, and I'll give you the links. Today I'm going to show you how to make a mask out of paper towels and rubber bands. This is one. Now there's lots of different ways to make masks. I mean, you can make them out of tape, and these are some things that I had here in the house this morning, and I thought, well, I would just try it. So I made this one out of paper towels and just did a rubber band and staples. So you can make one of these just as you go out the door. And then I also made one I took a little more time with, and I put a chenille stem in it to go with the bridge of the nose, and I took the leftover pieces of some shoestrings that I have. And again, you know, you don't want to put too much time into this because this is disposable. But if you were going to have to wear something outside for, you know, a couple of hours or, you know, half a day or something, you might want to make something like this. I'm going to zoom in now closer on my desktop and show you how to do that. Now these are Bounty paper towels. They are the kind that have the perforation at 6 inches. And that's what I'm going to use. Now, I also had some Great Value paper towels in the pantry, and I tried that, and you know, the Bounty was just a little bit better, I thought. So you just fold that, and then the rubber bands that I have are not the perfect size. They need to be a little bit bigger, but this is what I had in my desk drawer, so this is what I'm using today. They're about 2.5 inches, and they can stand to be a little bit longer. And then I have just a stapler. So you just fold the paper towel on that 6-inch fold, and then you want to make your pleat. So you just fold your paper towel, make your tucks, and you want this end part to be, you know, kind of narrow. So make your tuck till it gets down to about 1 inch. Take one staple. And y'all, my stapler must be 50 years old, so don't pay any attention to that. The staple on that, make your tucks on the other end the same way. You want to make that kind of narrow. Put one staple there, okay? And then you take your rubber band and you're going to staple. You're going to staple the rubber band to the end, but you want to make sure that your staple doesn't go through the rubber band. Just let it catch over the rubber band. Put one on the other end. Okay? And that way, I mean, you can make one, you know, going out the door. That's pretty easy. And of course you've got, I would say, make the folded edge of the paper towel, the part that goes over your nose. And anyway, so 2 staples on each side, and that would work. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do one on the machine and make it, you know, it just depends on how much time you want to put in it or how long you plan to wear a paper mask. Now if you were going to be out, you know, all day, you could go this extra step and put a chenille stem in the nose piece and, you know, sew this on the machine, which only takes a minute. But for quick, out the door, staple and rubber bands. Now I'm going to show you how to make one using the sewing machine. So take your paper towel and fold it at the 6-inch mark. And then on the unfolded edge, I'm going to take a half of a chenille stem. I've just cut one of these in half, and I'm gonna fold that paper towel down about a 1/2 inch, 5/8 inch, something like that. And then I'm going to lay the chenille stem down right in the crease, fold the paper towel over it, and then I'm going to stitch. Try not to hit your chenille stem. I think I may have hit it a time or two, but I didn't break my needle, thank goodness. Okay, so now you've got that. And you're ready to make your tucks. So I like to turn that over. And now I'm going to make 2 tucks. And I'm going to make the end of that mask about an inch. And if you want to, at this point, you can stitch that just so you don't have to hold it. And after you've done a couple of these, you'll get to where you don't have to stitch there. You'll just go ahead and sew your shoestring into it. But for right now, we'll just stitch it. Next, I'm going to take my shoestring. Whenever I've been making the face mask with the shoestring ties, I wind up with, if I'm using a 45-inch or 54-inch string, I wind up with a few inches left over. So I'm going to take about 5-inch piece of what I have had left over. And then I'm just going to take that. I'm going to flip that mask back over. It really doesn't matter. This is a disposable. It doesn't really matter how it looks, but I'm going to take those ends of that shoestring and put them at the end. And then I'm going to stitch about 1/4 inch away from the edge. Make sure I catch the end of the string. They will unravel. I'm going to go back over that a little bit more because that first one I didn't catch as good as I would like. Okay. Now, I like to clip strings as I go, but now you can do that either way. Sometimes your thread will kind of knot up when you're sewing, you know, on the paper. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Just lay the string down. You just want to be sure that you sew over. Well, y'all, I did a project yesterday and hot glue just messed up my nails, something awful. But you want to make sure that you sew above the ravel part. If you don't, it'll pull out. Okay, there you go. Just clip your strings, test your strings, and you can always make those longer depending on who you're making the mask for. So you may have to try a couple of times before you get a mask that fits you just right. But adding the chenille stem, does help put that over the bridge of your nose. So if you had to wear a disposable one a little bit longer, that might make it a little more comfortable. I hope you'll subscribe to our channel. If you're not familiar with Trinity Tree, it's my daughter Carrie and son-in-law David's website, and they sell all sorts of wreath making supplies, seasonal decorations, and artificial flowers. So check out what we have in stock, and be sure and subscribe to our channel. And y'all stay safe, keep your distance, do that 6 feet apart, and wash your hands, and let's all pray for our country. Thank you. Bye-bye.